You guys with me? We're going to be playing the Ravnica Allegiance Gilded Pre-Release Swiss Sealed today. At least one. Really want to play Orzhov, because I love the Orzhov. So, I think that's what we'll be doing today. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and open my sealed pool. Something good, something good. Give me something good with the Orzhov. So, sort by rarity. Ooh, foil lumbering battlement. Immolation shaman. I'm not totally familiarized. Why do I have good Grawl legendaries? I wanted to play Orzhov. I wanted to do that thing. Alright, sort by color. Ooh, 2 final payments is good. Imperious Oligarchs are good. Vizcapa Vampire, not bad. A Mortify. And one of the big boys. Alright. We got a Grawl Spellbreaker, which is a really, really good card. We got Simic Guildgates, Azorius Guildgates, Grawl Lockets. Oh no, excuse me. Okay, so Twilight Panther's good. Try that. I have not done any test pools or anything, I'm just... Ooh, that's a good card. Maybe. Ooh, another good card. 3 mana 2/3 isn't terrible. 4 mana 3/3 Anthem guy. Welcome new viewer to the stream. I'm Kano, sober, playing the Ravnica Allegiance pre-release. Picked Orzhov Guild. We'll see what happens. Seems like a fair card. Really like Drill Bit. Don't know if it's actually good and limited. We got tons of removal, which is a good sign. Target opponent sacks. Oh my god, we have so much removal. That can be a very slow win condition. Undercity Scavenger enters the battlefield. I can sack another creature. If I do, put 2 1/1 counters on it and scry 2. Oh, that seems pretty good. We have a lot of Afterlife guys. Not bad, not bad. I'm just going to put anything that seems remote. Oh, that's got Flash. I'm going to put anything that seems remotely playable into the deck, and then we'll cut from there. What are you? Double white, 3/2 that flies when enters scry 1. Other creatures of flying you control get an extra toughness. Oh, that's actually pretty decent. Consecrate Consume is another piece of removal. We've got a Blood Crypt if we want to splash red. Do we have anything that's worth splashing for? Probably a late game red card, if anything. Destroy target land, scry 2. That seems fun. Only one Goblin Gathering, unfortunately. Two Scorch Marks. This pool has an infinite amount of removal. Alright. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of main deckable removal. 8 good removal spells. Like, oh man. And 3 of them are edicts. So like, if we go against anybody that goes tall, we're just gonna annihilate them. We got 2 signets that are on color. Or not signets, lockets. Way worse than signets, excuse me, but pretty good. Do we want to splash for like Sphinx's Insight? Because there's like no way we're not playing a control deck like this. This deck is going to be way too sweet to be anything but a control deck. So let's see. That guy's awful. Pretty good. Fairly decent. We'll run one locket for now. Probably don't actually need drill bit. We don't have a way to turn it on. Great flavor text, by the way. Love the pun. But I think we'll keep it. We'll take it out, I mean. How many creatures with power 4 or greater do we have? 1, 2, whatever that is. So 3, potentially 4, 5. That's actually kind of nuts. Oh, man. I don't want to, like, cut anything. We have so many good cards. I don't usually have that happen to me when I'm playing, like... we'll take 5 mana 3/2s out. That's probably not good enough. Oh, but they have Afterlife 2. And we have so much removal. Oh, I don't want to cut anything. Alright, we're going to cut just the big dumb creature. I'm going to cut one Undercity Embrace. I think that's okay to do. Oh, even this has Death Touch. Like, maybe we don't need the Panther. It doesn't have Afterlife. We have a ton of other things that rely on like having a bunch of dudes. I want to cut one more card. The Giant's nuts. I'm keeping the Giant. Is this another creature with flying? Okay. I can't decide what to cut. Everything seems so good. We'll cut the Pegasus. No, that can't be right. Well, yeah. We'll cut the Pegasus. 16 lands, split right down the middle. Combine groups. So we will cut Plains in the Swamp for 2 Orzhov Guild Gates. Do we need one more of any color than any other? No, we have no double mana costs. Oh, okay, cool. In that case, I don't actually think I'm going to play Gateway Plaza. We have 1, 2, 3, 4... Are the spirit tokens white and black or just white? They are white and black. If that's the case, I want to be playing Glass of the Guild Pact. I didn't realize that the spirit tokens weren't just white. I'm going to play it over a locket. I need another land, don't I? We'll run 41 cards. Nobody has to know. Oh, man. I like this deck already. We still have like 7 pieces of great removal in the main deck. Watch us get stomped. We might even have a stronger set of other colors, but like I really want to play Orzhov. Well, we got 2 lands, no castable cards. But if we hit a third, we're going to be okay. I don't know how aggro this format is. I might be eating my words here in a moment. Okay, we do not need to stop on our own upkeep. Any land makes this a playable hand. A white land makes this insane. Not a land. Okay, land, please. Opponent gets in for 1. We go to 19. White land. All right. Well, let's play Vizcapa Vampire. Wish we'd had that on 2 so we could hit Imperious Oligarch. I think that would be really sweet. Opponent plays a Locket. I have a feeling they're going to play a big creature next turn. So I kind of just want to, like, final payment, but there's, like, no way that should be right. Because, like, that would turn on Undercity's Embrace, pretty much. We need a land there. I think I'm going to attack. We have so much removal and several edicts. I'm going to play Oligarch here to turn on final payment so I don't have to pay 5 life. That's a fair creature to have to sacrifice. If our opponent just plays a big dumb creature, though, we'll make him sack it. Alright, yeah, I'll edict that. I don't have a problem with that. Another Oligarch. Alright, sack your creature, opponent, please. Thank you. Get in for 2. Would really like another land, please. That would be good. Opponent plays a swamp. Opponent plays a Knight of Sorrows. We finally get another land. We'll play Civic Stalwart. Pump our guy. Get in for 3. See if our opponent blocks. They do not. Opponent plays a Plains. Opponent plays a Carrion Imp. You may exile a creature card from a graveyard. If you do, you gain 2 life. They exile my vampire. Okie dokie. We draw another final payment. Let's attack for 3. If our opponent wants to trade here, I'm actually okay with that. They do. They get a token. So we're going to play the Orator and a second Imperious Oligarch. 2-mana Soul Brother instead of Sister. Opponent plays an Orzhov Enforcer and gets in for 2. Reasonable. Ooh, we draw an ill-gotten inheritance. Does Spectacle lose life? Yes. Alright. We'll get in with the oligarchs. Opponent blocks and blocks. He gets a spirit. We get 2 spirits and 2 life. Play Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Ooh, I really like this deck. This is like crazy. Opponent cracks their Cluestone, or Locket. Shoot, I've called that everything but a Locket. I've called it a Signet, I've called it a Cluestone. I think I called it a Guildgate at one point. Opponent plays a land. 6 mana. Consign to the Pit. Okay, we're not going to block. We untap. Ill-Gotten Inheritance drains them for 1. We draw a land. We'll play a Plains. Spectacle the Blade Juggler. Draw a card. Spirit of the Spires. Alright, well that makes our spirits a little bit better. So we'll pass. Opponent gets in for 2. We'll take it. They play a Plague White. We untap, drain them for 1, draw a land. Excellent, excellent. Play Spirit of the Spires. Attack with our 1/2s. Opponent does not block. Alright, pass the turn. We've saved ourselves 2 damage by fizzling that Consign to the Pit and kill the Carrion Imp. Opponent gets in. We don't block. Untap, drain him for 1. Whoo! Attack for 7. This is awesome. I don't want to show him this other final payment if we can get away with not using it. Six mana, and it's a Soul Spike. Okay. That sounds like fun. This is really good with these spirits. 2 mana anthems. Opponent's getting back Grasping Thrall and Orzhov Enforcer. Okay. The opponent is very close to being dead. Actually, they might be dead. Oh no, the Thrall drains them, doesn't it? Or gives them 2 life, I mean. They still might be dead. I'm just going to pay 5 life and get rid of that. Attack for 7. Opponent blocks. Takes 4. Kill our opponent. Pay your debts. Sweet. Got there. Alright. So they're going wide too. Do we have anything that helps against them going wide? I don't think we have any creatures that are like good to flicker necessarily. What's the matter, baby? They have several 1 toughness creatures. Too bad we only got 1 persistent petitioner. I think the Pegasus could be reasonable, but I'm not going to change anything. Yeah, this seems reasonable. I'll keep this. We have a 3-mana Afterlife dude that we can sack and then pump the tokens, so. Opponent has a Gutter Bones. So we start Swamp. Oh, in this case, let's play on curve. We might have wanted to do that differently because curving out into 4 might have been more important. Opponent's gone 1, 2, 3. Seems good. Alright, we'll play Ministrant of Obligation. Block and kill the Death Toucher. Opponent's got some kind of combat trick. I don't... Okay. Don't know if that was the right order there, opponent. We'll get in for 1. Play this guy with Spectacle. Alright, we can't play Gateway Plaza. I really wanted to draw an untapped land there, but this should be okay. Opponent swings all the dorks. Well, we'll block and block. Shrinks the Blade Juggler. We take 2. Double trade. Opponent plays a Twilight Panther and passes the turn. Alright, so we'll play Gateway Plaza this time. Pay 1 to prevent that. And play an Impassioned Orator. Next turn we'll be able to play something that'll be large enough to block Gutter Bones. Opponent plays their Thrall. I think we're going to set up a final payment play so we can gain a little bit of life here and get another spirit on the board. Gain a life. Kill the thrall. Untap. Alright, lifelink guy is good. Let's get in with one spirit. And see what we can scry into. This guy's got a lot of good text on him for a deck like this. So gain a life. Sack a spirit. Do we want another swamp? I think we're fine playing things one at a time right now. Okay, opponent has a Knight of the Last Breath. Okay, we draw land. We'll get in, get in. Our opponent can't make a Death Toucher. Deal 7. Play another Undercity Scavenger. Gain a life. We need to find removal for this Knight of the Last Breath. Sack our other spirit. Planes to the bottom, planes to the bottom. Man, scrying was so good there. Opponent draws a land. Opponent attacks for 1. We'll take 1. Play a land. Play a Vizcapa Vampire. Gain a life. I don't want to kill this knight yet. But this little loop with Gutter Bones is pretty good. So they get a spirit. Opponent draws and plays a Locket. Attacks for 1 in the air. I think that's a mistake. Gets back Gutter Bones. They should not be doing this main phase. Replays Gutter Bones. Tapped. Can we draw a land? Play a Spirit of the Spires, gain a life. Hi, Midnight Pearl. How's it going? Yeah, let's do this. Maybe should have swung the Vampire too. Okay, gives their Panther Death Touch. Take him to 6. You played a sealed in a draft yesterday? How'd it go? Format seems slow. Okay, that's actually good to know, because right now I'm playing a deck with like 7 main deck pieces of removal. Play this, gain a life, pump the team. And we'll say math is for blockers. Yeah, I actually really like the afterlife mechanic. It's probably not fun to play against. Just saying, but... I hope this doesn't kill us. This might kill me. Take him to 3. Oh, I thought their knight was gonna die. You got wrecked by Simic? What's like Simic's like meat and potatoes? Man, I don't know anything about this format. I'm just trying to collect taxes right now. We get our own Knight of the Last Breath. I'm inclined to do this. Adapt is the mechanic, that's right. The monstrosity, sort of. If we tag with everything, what happens? They block, or they like block and give death touch. Block. I think this is okay. Oh no, I think this actually kills us, doesn't it? Because they can tap and sack, we don't gain the life. Too many sack outlets. What if they do that? No, that doesn't matter. I shouldn't have attacked with this, I think. I lost to creatures with high toughness. There's an enchantment that deals damage, makes people deal damage based on toughness. It's an Azorius one, right? The Azorius flavored enchantment, I mean. Opponent doesn't want their knight to die. They definitely have a line that straight up kills us. I don't know why they didn't take it. Arcades got Arcades EDH got an upgrade then. They have to sack the knight. No, they didn't sack the knight. Sacrifice a permanent. We don't have any guys with Afterlife, do we? Nope. I think we'll sack the 3/3. Yeah, what our opponent needed to do was sack this guy because he has Afterlife 3. If he had sacked, dealt the damage, prevented block, like, then swung and sacked, he would have killed us. So we definitely had no right to win that match. My only enchantment destroy spell was the rare green one that destroys all enchantments but give the opponent a 3/3 creature. That's harsh. The one that does the centaurs? Or whatever they're called. Centaurs or beasts at instant speed. That's, I feel like you play that to blow up your own enchantments. Like, only when it's, like, critically necessary do you have to use it to kill your opponent's stuff. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Alright, this looks like a good hand. We got a 3-drop, we got a guy that sacks the 3-drop, and we have an Edict. So we're going to keep this. We have, like, so much removal in this deck. Ooh, and a 2-drop. A 2-drop that synergizes. I think this pool that I got, hopefully this pool is nuts. It feels like it's nuts. But that could just be me, like, projecting previous limited formats onto it, you know? We're going to play... I feel like the game's going to go a little longer, so we're going to play the Orator and try and gain life. Opponent plays a High Alert. That's the thing! That's the enchantment! Yes, the new set is, in fact, out, RGNK Phoenix. Good to see you, by the way. I don't know if you can play it in Modern or anything yet, but I know you can get the cards now. Do we make him sack? I don't know that we make him sack. I think we just play... Oh, if I had one more mana, this would be a lot easier. Let's play our own... We'll attack with a vampire. Okay. I'm cool with this. Play the flyer. There's no good green creatures for your mono green stompy deck. That's true. I mean, I guess it's like Nullhide Ferox from the last set was like the last super good one. Knight Arbiter, Vigilance, and can't be blocked. Well, we drew another piece of removal. Well, let's attack with our flyer. Oh, I guess I should have killed it. Alright. We'll make them eat their own knight. For some reason I was thinking this still had 2 attack. Targeted Edicts. So good. There was no reason. I missed 2 damage there. Opponent attacks for 1. I mean, we drafted a deck. Look at this deck. Can I show the list? How do I do that? I know there's a way. Oh well. Yeah, we have a list with a bunch of sackable creatures and like 9 main decked pieces of hard removal. It's quite lovely actually. All right. We'll get in for 2. Opponent flashes in Fairy Duelist. Okay. Takes no damage. We'll play an Oligarch. Something tells me my opponent's deck doesn't work if they don't have this, but this is only an uncommon. Do I have enchantment removal? It feels like a Orzhov should have enchantment. I do have enchantment removal, but not in the main deck. Opponent attacks, attacks, attacks. We'll just block. Get a dude, gain a life. So much life. Opponent bounces the token and draws a card. That's pretty good. All right. Get in for 4. Oh no, I forgot that card has other text on it. Oh gosh, I should not have done that. Oh, that's super bad. Alright, we're just going to play a vanilla 3-3. The onboard trick. There's so much text on this card, I can't read. No, we're not going to sack any creatures, not yet. Oh, they can put cards on the bottom of their deck? That's overpowered. Opponent gets in for a bunch. We take it. Go to 16. They scry 3 and then draw 3. That's like the best concentrate effect I've seen in a long time. Opponent now has a handful of cards. Stop! Stop with that. It's annoying. Alright, we'll play Ministrant of Obligation. Pass the turn. I want to play this Lumbering Battlement and just, like, drop my whole board. We will block. It's so good! It's so good! I understand why you just straight up died. Oh, I'm so sorry, because now I'm, like, reaping the reward of this awfulness, I guess. Also, welcome back to the stream, Rogue Goblin. I'm having fun. Currently, like, getting a little bit wrecked right now, but, you know, it's how you do. It's how you do. Beverages tonight? No, not tonight. I have to go lift weights after this, and that doesn't really work well. I'm not going to attack. I'm just going to play this and try and scry into a land. The beer has weight. Yes, it does, Bob. Gateway Plaza to the bottom, Plains to the top. Once we get down this Night of Last Breath, we should actually kind of like get somewhere. Hopefully. Oh, I thought you meant wrecked from booze. Okay. Well, in all fairness, it's a good thing they didn't, like, completely wreck us by putting that on Lumbering Battlement. You lose strength with each beer? Nah, I was raised with white trash. Like, everybody that knows, white trash men get stronger the more they drink. Or at least they think they do. Alright. Incoming Night of Last Breath. Weighted... It's weighted training blood alcohol content. That's how that works. So we have, like, infinity, like, roughly 1 times infinity hard removal. Targeted hard removal. And we can't find a piece of removal for this junk troller, and it is just wrecking us right now. I have a Mortify in the deck, and I feel like if I get this Mortify... Why does it fly? Okay, well, I feel like if we get this Mortify that's in this deck, and I can blow this up, we'll be in a good place. Ill-Gotten Inheritance. That's something. Okay. So play Ill-Gotten Inheritance and start sniping our opponent's life total down. Oh, this combo's so good. They're stacking their deck. They know the order. Oh, gosh. Okay, opponent plays a 2-1 that scries to... They put 1 card on top and 1 on the bottom. Opponent didn't attack this time. Yes, your print is fine. I want to fire this off, but I think it's kind of a waste. They're just going to sack a 1-1. We'll gain 4 life, but there's no way that's worth it. Alright, ping him for 1. Play a land. Yeah, we're going to play the Battlement. We have a Mortify. We do have a Mortify in the deck. I totally forgot. I'm looking for it. So we're gonna Battlement to reset this Undercity Scavenger. That's big enough to block that junk troller. No, you can choose a guild now. They did actually add a gilded pre-release, so I chose Orzhov, and I got a pretty crazy Orzhov deck. Something tells me our opponent's deck isn't very good if they don't, like, get this combo going super early. I mean, not necessarily the combo, but this. I feel like this card's not good without this. Well, Chillbringer enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. Oh, good, there it is. There's the thing that makes me sad. Alright, fine. Doesn't untap. Excellent 2-1 synergy with dealing damage with toughness. Opponent gets in for a lot. Are we dead? So if we block here, we take 3-9, and if our opponent has a combat trick, we die. Oh, can't block that way. Hang on. Block this way. Ping our opponent. I think you're right, and I think I probably should have done that on my upkeep. But we'll play a land. We'll pass the turn. Does this guy have vigilance? He does not. He looks like he should. It is Scry. Opponent untaps their massive creature, puts the Duelist back on the bottom of their deck, untaps, draws. Opponent plays a Dovin's Acuity. Whenever you cast an instant spell during your main phase. Our opponent just has like the ultimate end game deck. Ultimate late game. Yes, exactly. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is gain a little life. And then we're going to block like this. Block here. It has flying? What do you mean it has flying? Block here. Oh, it has flying too. Did I just kill myself? No. No, I did not kill myself. Okay, block like this. Sack the battlement. Sack the knight. Bottom, bottom. Get 3 spirits. Get a spirit. Damage. Go to 6. Yeah, you tell them, Treasure Mage. Blade Juggler. Alright, well, we'll Spectacle. See what we draw. Welcome, new user, to this stream. I'm Kano. We're sober and we're playing Prerelease as Orzhov. So, oh, yes! Oh, it's happening. Can we kill them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11. We're really close. Get in for 5. I'm going to wait till they untap this, and I'm going to exile it. This is going to be great. Oh, you thought! You thought, but you're not! Yes! Sorry, I'm just, like, tired of taking a beating from this thing. No more. Opponent takes it like a man. Respectable. I never thought I would be so happy to kill a 0/6. Opponent does not get in. The earlier play where we attacked into the onboard trick was just a setup for now. Oh, gosh. Alright, if we swing in, they block here, here, and here, they take 4, and then they die. 300 IQ. Not just 200 IQ, 300 IQ. Ah! Opponent's going to shrink one of our guys. Now they have to block. They can't take more than 3 damage. Okay. Then we play the Oligarch. And as long as we survive till our next upkeep, our opponent dies. Unless, of course, they cast an instant and replay Dovin's Acuity. Hey! 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 if anyone is building a wall, it's our opponent. All right. I feel like I should be playing Justicar's Portal somewhat. All right, we're bringing in Exposed to Daylight because our opponent has artifacts and enchantments we don't like. And we're going to drop... Oh, glad to hear it, Phoenix. I'm really glad to hear it. Make sure you shoot me a list when you're done, because I want to see it. What do we cut? We gotta cut a card. We gotta cut a card. I'm gonna cut this Stalwart, I think. Alright. Here we go. This time we're ready. We've got 2 pieces of enchantment removal. 2! Alright, 3-drop into 3-drop. Both colors of mana. Check. No removal, but we'll keep. We won game 1. That's what matters. It's the fact that there will be a game 3. Alright, we drew removal. That's good news. Because, like, we had 9 pieces of removal and we drew, like, 1 last game. It's actually 7. We could play 8, but... Ooh, 2-drop. Perfect. Now we're just going to curve out. And life will be good. Okay. We're going to play Plains in case our opponent wants to flash in one of the fairies to kill our Imperious Oligarch. And there it is! I'm okay with that. I want to keep this Oligarch around for a little bit. Reasonable. That's a reasonable plan, Bob. We'll play a Swamp. Play a Ministrant of Obligation. And pass the turn. Opponent gets in for 2, takes us to 18. Plays a 2/4. Well, this only gives flying creatures. Well, we're going to play the Scavenger and sack the Ministrant. Guildgate to the bottom. Really kind of want my inheritance. That's a weird thing to say about Magic. Not going to attack. Play a land. Pass the turn. Opponent is in the Flying Tribal deck. Opponent gets in for 6. We'll take it and go to 12. We draw Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Not to be confused with Ill-Gotten Gains. Play Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Get in for 5. Yep. It also can sack for 6 to Soul Spike your opponent. I really like this card. I don't know why. Probably because it's not good, if I had to guess. Yeah, we can't just take 9. Opponent bounces our 5/5 and makes us really sad. I don't know if we can come back from this. We ping him. We can play Impassioned Orator. Play Undercity Scavenger. Gain a life. Sack the Oligarch. Guildgate bottom. Embrace top. Get a dude. Gain a life. And this might keep us alive. I don't know how in this game we are right now. We're not in it. Our opponent's one off of killing us? Nope. Alright, you got me. You got me, opponent. Yeah, but it's actually kind of a reasonable card overall, I think. I'm going to bring in another Undercity's Embrace over Exposed to Daylight. Alright, I'd love to play first. Alright, this looks like a pretty decent hand. We just need to draw some lands. We do have hard removal, though, which is good. And both colors of mana. Soul Mister. I said Soul Brother, but... I got Fat Thrall and I'm not playing it? Yeah, because it's a 5-mana 5/3. I have this, which I think is better? Question mark? Lots of question marks. I think we stand a chance if our opponent mulligans to 2. They kept the 7. It is. What's wrong with 5-mana 5/3s? I was betrayed by Canal Monitor. True story. That art makes it a 7/7. While we're... Well, I'm not gonna complain. But that was really anticlimactic. Alright, moving on. Round 3. We scared him with the Guildgate. Looked like the Mill versus Battlewits match. That match will live on in history. I have to find it. It's in my old footage somewhere. I don't know if it's uploaded. Play planes, pass the turn. Opponent also on the Patrician's choice for lands. Play an Imperious Oligarch. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent. Tap land. No play. Damn. We're going to play the Vampire, build the board a little bit. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Plains. Ghostly Prison for a turn. Well, it's probably a good thing I wasn't planning on attacking anyway. I think at this rate, we're going to need a land. Okay, consume, consecrate on top. Plains on top of that. Get a dude. Pass the turn. Also, I think this card's a lot more fair than Stonehorn Dignitary. Does anyone remember Stonehorn Dignitary? Opponent attacks for 1 in the air. We don't block. Is it Swamp and then the Wrath? Blade Juggler. Okay, they were trying to deal damage to us. They drew their land. The Afterlight cards would be great for Aristocrat, but there doesn't seem to be anything worthwhile for such a constructed deck. Yeah, not in Standard. Get in for... Yeah, we'll get in with the Fatty. Opponent does not want to trade off both their creatures. So we'll play an Orator and mitigate the life drain. Gain a life, lose a life. Opponent plays a Locket. That is the first time I have correctly identified what that is. Stonehorn's a rhinoceros, not an elephant. We'll get in for 5. It's like the rhinoceros. Why do you never look at me during? Neither of these have Afterlife, right? Okay. Well, I believe this juggler is going to meet its grotesque end. And then we eat the spirit. Oh, yes. Feels super good. Welcome new viewers to the stream. I'm Kano. We're playing Orzhov in the Gilded Pre-Release on Moto. That's a lot of mana. Oh, it's just a 5/5. Alright, we untap, we draw, we make our opponent eat their Sphinx. Hexproof from monocolored, but we're not even targeting it. Play the Swamp. Now I just think we're going to do what we do best and turn things sideways. Take our opponent to 3. 1 more mana and we could have killed him. I don't know, Phoenix, what do we get when we mix an elephant and a rhino? Opponent cracks their Orzhov Locket. I thought you might run into traps. No, not the ricochet traps. Anything but the ricochet traps. I think we're just playing a better black-white deck than our opponent's black-white deck. But they didn't play like a bunch of things with Afterlife and tokens, which indicates to me I kind of want a another Undercity Embrace. An Elefino. It's a British man saying Helifino. An Elefino. That's funnier to me than it should be. Thanks, Phoenix. There's a lot of mixed-in creatures in this set. Oh yeah, like Simic's got a bunch of like elf crabs and lizard wizards. Finally, the lizard wizards. Oh, I have 2 applied biomancies. Why am I not playing green? Card's so good. Oh, I would, but we're never drawing a white source with this hand. Much better. We'll keep. Final payment to the bottom. Don't forget the Jellyfish Hydra. That's true. I did forget about the Jellyfish Hydra. Play the Swamp, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Plains. Don't you play a 2-drop? Oh, you just had to do it. We untap, we draw an Imperious Oligarch. Well, we'll play our own Oligarch. Alright, old woman. Make out with your twin. That's a really badass looking spirit. I've got like too much energy right now. I wasn't planning on attacking anyway. Play Gateway Plaza. Tap a white. Pass the turn. Opponent attacks. We'll take it. Opponent plays another Imperious Oligarch. Alright, well, we drew a land. That's good. Get in for one. But wait, Grandma, that's how you died. I made out with my twin sister. I'm sorry, I shouldn't. I'm not gonna do that. Alright, we're gonna sack that. Removal. We'll put the Edict to the bottom, but the Grotesque Demise I want on top. Don't do it. Kano Yugoro. Legendary muscle, 300 IQ, wizard, human, drunk, beast, jellyfish. I believe they call that changeling. But yes. That's a 3/7. That's way better than a 5-mana 5/3. That's a 5-mana 3/7. But it does get exiled to this card. The question is, do I want to pay 5 life to kill a 3/3? Opponent attacks. Well, exile the 3/7. It is not cute and fat. You are correct. I don't. Yeah, we're gonna do it. That feels awful. Go to 4. Well, we can make our opponent sack a creature. It's a Death Shadow card if I've ever seen one. I think they would play Vendetta or Orzhov Charm over it. I think those would be just better. But I do agree. If it could like hit enchantments too, like if this was the rare, and it could hit enchantments, I think it would be nuts. The opponent hits us to 1. We untap, we draw Swamp. And we'll scoop it up. The one where you pay life with Indestructible. It does not hit enchant. No, it doesn't hit enchantments. You destroy creatures, but you can sack an enchantment to pay for it. I mean, if it cost 1 more, it would be Mortify. You're describing Mortify. This card right here. I had to reread this card a bunch of times because Final Payment's additional cost, like the way it's worded, is really screwy. Okay, this is a good hand. This is a pretty good hand. We'll keep this one. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a swamp. And passes. We draw Undercity's Embrace. Cool. We'll play Imperious Oligarch. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Pegasus. Well, since we drew a second Edict, and this creature doesn't have Afterlife, we're going to make him sack it. Not going to go for full value, but that's okay. Get in for the damages, Grandma. Hit him with your stick! Opponent plays an Imperious Oligarch. And a land. We untap. We draw Gateway Plaza. Play Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Get in for 2. Opponent blocks. Grandma loses in the mirror match. That grandma could fight a bear, you're correct. Most bears. Oh gosh. What's in that little wizarding stick? Oh, please sack the spirit. That grandma is a bear. It doesn't have 2 toughness, not a bear. It's a 2/1. That sweet, sweet edict value. And our opponent's probably going to die. Our opponent's probably going to die because they didn't pay their taxes. Alright, we'll play Gateway Plaza. Pay 1. Make our opponent eat his Undercity Scavenger. What is happening? Okay. That's a very scary Eldritch Abomination you're making out with there, sir. Opponent plays a 2/3. Reasonable. The way it happens is that the bear smacks her dead, and then the stick flies into the bear's eyes, and it dies of starvation. Oh, this has Afterlife. Okay. We're going to wait. I was going to just final payment it, but I forgot that card had Afterlife. So we're not going to do anything. Opponent gets in for 2. We'll take it. It's basically only 1 because we're draining them. Opponent plays a Blade Juggler. Loses a life, draws a card. And plays a Forbidding Spirit. I'm gonna murder the spirit at the cost of life. Untap, drain him. We draw a Glass of the Guild Pact. Play a Plains. Get in for 2. It could also just be that modern humans are weak. Back in the days, humans had to fight bears on a daily basis. That sounds terrifying. Opponent gets in for 5, takes us to 11. We're really wanting to draw like our giant here. Is it Savage punched? Opponent plays an Orzhov Enforcer. So many things with Death Touch. Oh, you want a final payment? Well, it's too bad because he owes me first. Opponent gets a spirit. Final payment fizzles. I'm surprised our opponent didn't want to pay 5 life there. They're trying to kill me because of all this debt they owe me. Why are we drawing so many lands? Play planes, pass the turn. Oh yeah, Sirach Dragonclaw. I just have a weird memory for Magic cards and stuff like that. Only for Magic cards. I can't remember people. I can't, like, in real life, I can't remember anything useful. And now we just die. We needed to draw like any creature. Well, I mean, I guess our opponent could still technically misclick, right? This is why I rage quit Magic every month. It's just part of the game you have to learn to live with. Wish they would unban Ponder and Preordain so that we could, you know, have not moments like that in Modern, but people don't think it'd be like it is, but it do. Alright. It is now time for part 2. We're going to open up another pack and keep going. Alright, what was in our pack? We got an Awaken the Chosen, or Awaken the Erstwhile. 5 mana, each player discards their hand and then gets that many cards. We got an Archway Angel. Gain 2 life for each gate you control. Sphinx of New Prov, a 4 mana 4/3 flying vigilance that has the Frost Titan effect, sort of. Syndicate Guildmage, that's good. Ooh, yeah, that's good. We got another Edict. A Rafter Demon, another Orator, another Death Touch Kitty. We got some good blue cards. It might be worth looking into splashing blue now. Alright. We're going to make some slight adjustments then. I really want the Guildmage. The Guildmage seems super good. Maybe we ought to be running a Locket. What if lands could be something else that we know top deck has wasted? We'd be playing a very different game, though. Maybe I ought to be playing this guy if we're going to be drawing that much mana. We have some good blue cards. That's why I like cycling on lands. I agree. And I think that they need to reprint like Baron more, that particular cycle of cycling lands. I really, really want to be modern legal. I'm going to do the zombie token thing. This way, our top decks, if they're lands. Yes, I saw Goldfish Nissa Warps. I really like it. I think it's pretty sweet. We don't really have any creatures with like good enter the battlefield effects. Get another Impassioned Orator. Never thought of using 5-mana Nissa for her ult? The one that whenever you play a land, you draw cards? Is that the one that we're talking about right now? Because I honestly don't know. I think I'm going to try and squeeze... Do we have any red cards? Artifact, Creature with Defender, Immolation Shaman, Scorchmark, Goblin Gathering, Daggercaster, nope. Destroyed Land, nope. Nope, okay. Yeah, the high end of that is nuts, because then you don't even have to play, like, Howling Mine effects. You can just play fetch lands and, like, win the game. Okay. We need to cut some cards. Stalwart's been underperforming. I feel like Blade Juggler we don't have enough ways to turn on. We're not aggro enough. Spire Mangler is nice because it has flash, so I think we'll keep that. I want to see if I can't fit one Locket in the deck, too. We have a pretty low curve. We'll cut a land. I need to cut one more card. I'm fine running 41. I just need to cut one more card. And it probably needs to be in this area. But these cards are so good. I'm going to cut the Flash Bug. We'll try running it like this. I don't have a lot of creatures, though. Maybe I ought to be running more creatures. Alright. Group separately. Let's take a look at what we're looking at here. Alright, this counts as a creature. Alright. We'll try it like this. Alright, second round of 3 matches. Let's do this. Yeah, I'd love to play first. Seems like a good hand to me. Cue epic theme music. Oh gosh, I don't even want to know what my theme song is. Play the Oligarch. Play a land. Get in for 2. The Back to the Future soundtrack. Reasonable. Pass the turn. It's actually a drunken Viking rambling about a police call box. Alright. I mean, that's fair. Get in for 2. Go! My army of old ladies! What? You can't just counter an old lady. Opponent plays a green mana source. And a Gruul Beastmaster. Chooses to add a counter to Gruul Beastmaster. We get an Edict. We'll just make them eat their Beastmaster. Go on, eat them. Yes, old lady, continue to beat my opponent to death. Opponent plays a Griffin. They scry. Well, they put a card on the bottom. Now, here's a question. Do we make them eat the Griffin and keep attacking? Or do we attack and offer the trade? I think we make them eat the Griffin. Go, old woman! He's taking 8 damage from this 2-drop. She's doing work. She's doing some work with that staff of hers. Nobody make that joke. Nobody make that joke. Oh my god, I'm sorry. But I'm not really sorry. And instant Twitch ban. A steeple creeper? He's gonna creep your steeple. Okay, that also sounds bad. Go get him, El Gigante. The giant. He's one giant knight. So now we're basically just going to hold lands in our hand for the rest of the game. So that this Awaken the Erstwhile is just going to end the game. Does this just have Adapt? It doesn't have any, like... Okay. Whenever I read Simic research notes, I always think of, like... the stereotypical nerd voice, like, the absence of binocular vision imposes certain challenges for a flying creature, which we overcome with echolocation. Always think of that whenever I read any Simic flavor text. Okay. Ooh, another old lady. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I think my account's muted because I don't have a chat window anymore. Like, see? There's no chat window. I even remember the last time I typed something to an opponent, and it's definitely not like another window, so... Oh, chat's turned off by default now? And here I was thinking... Well, we'll play the Oligarch, play the Guild Mage, and pass the turn. Hi, Mom. How's it going? Glad to see you back. We've had a legion of old ladies. They've been attacking each other. They've been killing bears with sticks. It's been pretty good. This is my favorite old woman now. Well, good. It's good to know that, like, it's good to know that that's just a thing and I'm not being punished for something weird I don't remember. Although, to be fair, if I was getting punished for something weird, it would be something I wouldn't remember because I would have been drunk. Opponent plays an Enraged Ceratok. Whenever creature power 4 greatness, it gets... Okay, so it can't be blocked by creatures power 2 or less. Alright, this is fine. We're gonna sack this old lady and get 2 spirits. Untap. Draw an Impassioned Orator. Well, play him. Pass the turn. No, I kept the one around. She did so much work, I'm gonna keep her around. The other one just kind of like showed up and then, yeah. She had some debt. She had to pay the debt to the giant. Because that's the whole Orzhov like scheme thing right now. Also, welcome new viewers to the stream. I'm Kano. We're playing some Orzhov on Moto in the pre-release, sealed, and there's been a lot of old women. There's been a lot of old women this pre-release. They do so much work. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Okay, we'll take 4. I'm okay with this. It's not Orzhov, it's Black-White Grandmas. They're really badass. I'm not gonna lie. They're really badass. I really like the card. Deal 2 damage to our opponent. Untap. We draw a Gateway Plaza. We'll play a Gateway Plaza. Oh, I shouldn't have played it! I'm supposed to be keeping it for Awaken the Erstwhile. We'll pass the turn. This can gain flying. That's just a big adapt number. We'll tap it this time. Because I didn't read it the first time. And that's how you know I'm good at this game. When I didn't read it the first time. The adapt mechanic makes me think we're giving creatures roids. Well, like, lore-wise, the whole reason the Simic is going all out with this right now is because they know there's something going on and they want to make their guild hard to defeat because they're unable to... Like, they're unpredictable is the strategy, right? Everything should be vanilla. There's no time to read. Spoken like a true goblin player. Alright, we'll untap. Okay, this time, we're not playing the land. We're just gonna pass. Go ahead and tap that creature. Okay, this time we might have to sacrifice good grandma. I don't want to, but it's for the greater good. We probably should crack lock it soon, yeah. Right after we block and kill this steeple creeper. Alright, goodbye. Goodbye, awesome grandma. Block, block. Your unprinted grandfather would be disappointed. Spoken like a true mom, Bob Maggot. Okay. Ooh. That looks like fun. You're not a cat mom. You don't... Well, actually, you do drink a lot of wine. Okay, we're gonna play Lumbering Battlement. And we're gonna exile the Syndicate Guild Mage. Pass the turn. Surprised our opponent hasn't been attacking with this. I know, Josh. Bob. Sorry. I know. I do the dishes sometimes. I know how many wine glasses this household goes through. Alright, let's attack for 6. We have an instant speed sack of it, just in case. Opponent blocks and blocks. A cat mom and a turns player watch a drunk man stream. Stop me if you've heard this one. Well, I am sober right now. We kill one of the 4/4s, we get back the Guild Mage, and we pass the turn. Opponent adapts into a huge Sauriform hybrid. Adapts their Aeromunculus. Alright, we're going to throw the Guild Mage onto the bus. Gain a life, take 3. I was going to awaken the erstwhile, but I really would like to play Ill-Gotten Inheritance right now. Shark to Crab? I know, it's great, isn't it? Like Shamble Shark. Let's get in for a little damage here. Opponent does not block. What? Returns the creature to my hand? That's actually really bad. Oh gosh, that's so bad. Alright, well, we'll play a swamp, play the scavenger, sack the spirit. Oh, consume. I've never been so happy to see that card. Whoo! Another 2/2 zombie. Well, at least we get to make our opponent sack a 6/6 and we gain 6 life. I keep wanting to play this card, and I keep, like, needing to wait longer. So that this is telling me that this card probably isn't that good. Opponent's attacking for 9. I feel like I need to block. We take 3, go to 10. Yeah, I think that card doesn't do as much as I wanted it to. We ping him for 1, we gain a life. We draw Consume. Fire off Consume. Alright. If we attack, they have to block. We can wait a turn or two. Maybe play it in the Simic list with a Reliquary Tower in it. Could be worth. Could be worth. I also want to play it in Modern. I think in Modern it might have a home. Alright, we'll play Impassioned Orator. Play Knight of the Last Breath. Oh, I can't. Did I math wrong? Oh, well, okay. Play Knight of the Last Breath. Gain a life. Clearly we need to make a list. Our opponent draw 20 cards, cast that and Rakdos Charm. So you Rakdos Charm, and with Rakdos Charm on the stack, you quicken Awaken the Erstwhile. That only puts you in, what, 7 colors, right? We untap, ping him for 1, draw a Swamp. Spicy. The cards in the turns list. Why do you always add Quicken? Because Quicken makes it better. I have a plan. It's not a good one, but it's a plan. Opponent blocks and blocks, chumps, and blocks. We'll kill the Ceratok first. Still laugh at opposing Storm players when I watch them Grape Shot for 20 and then you quicken Grape Shot in response. That's so crazy it might actually work. Oh man, next time I play red-blue turns, I'm doing it. Opponent gives up. Dude, Bob, I talk to this guy on Discord all the time. He's like, where a third of my bad deck ideas come from. Alright, Awaken the Erstwhile out, for sure. we'll bring a Undercity's Embrace back in. I think we'll bring another one in. We'll just run 4 Edicts. And we'll cut a... You're a super evil person. What one card do I cut? I'm gonna cut... we don't need all of them. Try it like this. So tempting, actually, but we're gonna mulligan. This is game 2, right? I'm gonna keep Scry to the bottom. We got 2 draws to make this work. Biomancer's Familiar. Oh gosh. That needs to die. Land now. All right. I know. Shouldn't keep 1 land hands. Yes, I would like to play first. I'll keep this. This is way more reasonable than anything else I've done today. Play Swamp, pass the turn. Opponent starts with a Simic Guildgate. Play a Plains, pass the turn. Sauroform Hybrid. Okay. Well, player Ministrant of Obligation. Ooh, Sentinel's Mage Mark. That's the first time we've drawn that card. If we can stick it on a Lumbering Battlement, I don't think we'll ever lose. Oh, it only gains lifelink until end of turn. That's a little unfortunate. Alright, well this double dork needs to die. I'm gonna I'm gonna sack my guy. You can't just let your opponent play a 3-mana Soul Ring. It doesn't. No bueno. Opponent gets in for 2. We don't block. Opponent plays a 4-2. Well, we draw a Locket. We're going to Mortify. I really want to play the Locket, but I don't want to take so much damage. And I want to get in for damage. Take him to 16. You can adapt as more than just a sorcery. Okay. See you later, Bob. Oh man, my knee feels like it needs to pop. Opponent did not adapt their creature. Interesting strategy. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off for him. Yeah, I hate that feeling too, Midnight Pearl. Alright. Well, now you get to pick. You can either have Trample, or you can have a 6/6. Opponent decides they would rather have Trample. I believe that is correct. Opponent attacks for 5. No blocks, go to 4. I'll play Spirit of the Spires. Oh, yeah, that's game. I think. I can gain 2 life, but I don't think that's going to help here. We go up to 6. Opponent goes down to 12. And that does it. Alright. Well, we lost that round because I kept a 1-lander in game 2, and I got really greedy. Oh, wait! Wait! Edit deck. We need to drop Awaken the Erstwhile because that card's awful. And I think we're going to play... Blade Juggler over it. Try like that. It's very tubby. It's a 6-mana 5/3. It's even worse. It's even worse than I thought it would be. All right. Yeah, I'll keep this hand. Opponent starts Island. We start Guildgate. Untap, we draw Glass of the Guild Pact. Play Syndicate Guildmage, pass the turn. Ooh, opponent is stuck on 2 lands. Alright, we'll play an Orzhov Guildgate. Play Glass of the Guild Pact. Get in for 3. Take our opponent to 17. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a forest. Plays a Senate Courier. Interesting. It's a 1/4. Well, we'll make him sack it. Get in for 3, pass the turn. Our opponent plays an island. Pays 4 mana for a... something. Senate Griffin. It's a big dumb bird. Well, play Viscapa Vampire. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Skitter Eel. God, that's a nightmare! Oh my gosh, it's so ugly. Yeah, we'll pass. One more turn. Hold up double kill spell / Syndicate Guildmage activation. Opponent plays a Simic Locket. Alright, I'm actually going to just fire off both kill spells. And we're going to gain all of this life back, so I'm just going to pay 5 life. Alright, opponent counters the card and makes us mill 3. We mill Awesome Grandma, Plains, and Blade Juggler. We'll consume it. We're gonna take him to 7 and be at a high life total. Like, feels good. Oh, I just remembered something! I get to update Battle Wits with these cards! Oh, now I'm stoked! Play a Swamp. We're just going to play a 3. No. We'll wait. I feel like the reach on Syndicate Guildmage is more important right now. Our opponent's going to have trouble killing us through a lifelink creature this big. Opponent gets in for 3. We don't block. Does not pump it. Interesting. Ping him for 2. Untap, draw card. Play a plains. Pass the turn. Ping him for 2. They didn't want the draw. Interesting. They adapt to their dude. That's fine. Opponent is at 3. Gets in for 5. Oh, that's okay. Makes a copy of Skitter Eel. We'll play Guildmage. Oh, they have a counter for it? They do. That is quite annoying. Oh, but what that means is we're going to get them. With this Mage Mark. Or Sentinel's Mark, excuse me. Gain 5. And now it has Vigilance. I'd like to draw one of our 2 mana or 3 mana guys that has Afterlife, so we can get some great value out of this Scavenger. No! Opponent gets in for 10, takes us to 9. We draw a Lumbering Battlement. We'll play a Vizcapa Vampire. Play an Undercity Scavenger. No sacrifice. Pass the turn. How many Arrester's Admonitions do they have? That's 3 already. Well, we have to block or we die. Go to 4. We get an Orzhov Locket. Play the Vampire. Play the Scavenger. Opponent quenches it. Well, dang. Opponent's just running all the counter spells. So if we get an opening hand with a bunch of low drops in it, we should be totally fine. Opponent gets in for 10. We'll block. Go to 3. No, I'm not sure how we come back from this. I think we need the Edict. that gains us 4 life. So we play the Battlement, play the Edict. I think that's really the only way we stay in the game. Opponent cracks their locket, draws 2 cards. Plays an Aeromunculus, and I don't think we survive now. Yep. Alright, next game. Let's run some Twilight Panthers. Seem pretty good against our opponent. They have a ton of counter spells, so the earlier we come down, the better. And those will actually trade with their dudes. And we'll cut... Cut Grotesque Demise. I don't think it's going to hit much. And we'll cut... I think an Undercity Scavenger. I'll run it back. I'd love to play first. Yes, please, and thank you. Seems good. We'll keep it. Alright, play a Twilight Panther. Play a Swamp. Get in for 1. Play Impassioned Orator. Opponent plays an island. Passes. We get a Guild Gate. We'll play a Guild Gate. What's happening right now? Taps a creature and draws a card. Interesting. All right. Thanks for stopping by, Mom. I'm glad. All right. Kind of wonder how those counter spells are treating our opponent right now. Get in for 3. Play Glass of the Guild Pact. There's the counter. They mill our consume. It's kind of bad. I feel like as long as we can keep the board clear with instant speed removal, like, they're going to have a tough time. Opponent plays a Senate Griffin. Scries 1. We'll kill it. Ooh, Lumbering Battlement! Get in for 3. Play the Battlement. Stack up our dudes. Make a huge creature. We're gonna build a wall, and it's gonna be able to walk around. We're gonna make Ravnica great again. What? Well, failed. I was too busy. I was too busy being a shit to actually exile both my guys. Alright. Well, we get the trigger. Untap. Draw planes. Get in for 3. I do a pretty good impression, isn't it? I mean, like, I don't know if it's a good impression to be doing, but it's an impression that I think it sounds like him. Well, it's lumbering battlement. A battlement is like a wall from a castle, or like a parapet. Donald Trump would totally be Orzhov, by the way. Like lawful neutral, lawful evil, like in that neighborhood, cares about money, definitely. Alright, we'll get in. Opponent blocks. Takes a damage. I know they have a quench. They're playing like they have a quench. This man is broadcasting on all frequencies that quench is a card that he has. So we're just going to play around it for the rest of the game. He still is playing, like, he still has quench. Alright, Sentinel's Mage Mark. That's 1/2 in Vigilance and Lifelink. Yeah, let's do this. Also, welcome to the stream, Neff. Sorry it was awkward time to enter, but glad you're here, buddy. Ooh, opponent has Zagana Utopian Speaker. Opponent does not block the kitty cat. We play a Ministrant. Gain a life. Opponent plays an Aeromunculus. Of course. Oh, I found Krenko. We still have Krenko. The and an old binder of yours. I sorted all of the magic cards in the house yesterday, and we still have the Krenko EDH deck and your binder. I don't think it's the 3-mana counterspell. I think it's Quench, so we're going to play Lumbering Battlement. Alright, we gain some life. Let's just make it huge. And the wall got 10 more toughness. Something bad is happening. Oh, it's just a 5/5. We're fine. Why does it have vigilance? Opponent gets in for 2 in the air. This reminds me of the YouTube video where Trump makes a wall golem and like fights a bunch of people trying to cross the border. Totally inappropriate, but definitely made me laugh. It's hard not to make a protection from joke right now. Oh, it wouldn't be a color on the color pie. That's bad. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We draw land, and we're gonna lumber away. Lumber in for 12. Play Gateway Plaza. Tap a swamp. Oh god, what's happening? I don't know what's happening. Oh, he's adapting for a ton. We'll pay 1. I have a feeling that Zagana is going to somehow get bigger than Lumbering Battlement. Opponent attacks. We'll block and he'll bounce it, is what's going to happen here. But if you do that, opponent, we get a bunch of life gain triggers, and the swing back is lethal. We go to 4. Get in for a bunch. Opponent scoops it up. Yeah, it turns out counterspells are bad when you broadcast them on all frequencies. All right. We're just gonna fire back. That seems like a good hand. If we land this ill-gotten inheritance versus them, that'll be good. We do have an edict in case they play a big creature. Go, go, kitty! Make them know the meaning of fear. The cat's got some serious bling on his leash there. Get in for 1. Hands on 3 lands, about to turn him sideways. Play the Orator. Opponent plays a 1/4. I'm getting deja vu right now. Is anyone else getting deja vu? Oh, opponent's stuck on 1 color of mana. He's gonna bounce something. He's pump faking. Alright, counterspell check. No counterspell. Interesting. That main phase bounce, try and draw land, which allows us to get down the ill-gotten inheritance. Get in for 3. See, when your deck's all counter spells, you lose to 1-drops. You lose to 1 and 2 drops. We won the match. We're 3 and 2 overall. Doing pretty well right now, actually. Let's see, so we can win 1 Ravnica Allegiance booster and 200 play points. That sounds like fun. I would love to play first. Yeah, this is reasonable. We draw a single land and we're golden. We have both colors. We have a lot of 2-color, 2-mana cards. So, I think we'll be fine. Opponent starts with a Terramander. We play Impassioned Orator. Opponent gets in for 1. We draw a Swamp. We get in for 2. Ooh, hang on. Spectacle and Blade Juggler. Gotta draw that card, yo. Okay, hopefully we hit a 4th land. Opponent plays an island. Plays a Courier. Gets in for 1. Takes us to 18. We untap. We draw. Plains. Well, that's good. We're gonna kill the Courier and stay aggro. Get in for 5. Opponent gets in for 1. Takes us to 17. We untap. We draw a Syndicate Guildmage. Sweet. All right. We'll get in for 5. Opponent casts Deploy. Gets 2 untapped 1/1s. Gains 3 life. I'm okay with them killing the guy. I don't want to waste a Mortify on that. So we deal 2 damage. Play Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Opponent netted 1 life this turn. But now that we've resolved Ill-Gotten Inheritance, I think it's going to be more difficult for our opponent to win. They bounce the Orator. Opponent gets in for 1. We untap, we ping him for 1. We draw a land. Play the Impassioned Orator. Play a Minister of Obligation. Ministrant, excuse me. That's a weird word, ministrant. Opponent plays a Deputy of Detention, taking away our enchantment. And Law Mage is binding the Ministrant. Opponent gets in for 1. Okay, we draw a land. Play Vizcapa Vampire. Mortify the Deputy now while there's no chance of counterspell. Also, Sweet Foil. Probably really awesome looking in paper. Unfortunately, awful looking on Moto. Get in for 2. Take him to 11. Opponent Swirling Torrent puts a creature on top of my deck and returns a creature to my hand. That's actually really good. If that were instant, that would be insane. Play the Orator. Play the Guild Mage. Gain a life. Pass the turn. Salamander Drake. A second Law Mage's Binding. And a Skitter Eel. Alright, we'll untap, ping him for 1. We draw a Final Payment. That's pretty good here. Player Vampire. Gain a life. Target the eel. Sack the Obligation Ministrant guy. Get some more dudes. Gain some more life. Kill the creature. Get in for 2. When you're a control deck and you have less threats than I have removal, you're probably going to have a bad time. Opponent scoops it up. Alright. Well, we didn't see many threats, so I'm kind of inclined to just bring in more edicts. They seem really strong, especially instant speed ones. I'm going to drop the Locket, and I think I'm going to drop... Oh, maybe not both. Okay. Shoot back. Well, this is okay. Especially with our opponent mulliganed. We just need to draw 1 white source, and this hand is insane. Like, if we top deck a Plains... Oh, yes! There we go. Never, didn't, always have it. Opponent plays a Sage's Row 7. We untap, we draw a Swamp, and play Imperious Oligarch. Awesome Grandma. Opponent gets in for 2. We're not going to block. I got a feeling our opponent has the bounce spell. Alright. Plus, this helps us turn on for Blade Juggler. Spectacle. Turn on Spectacle, I mean. Cast with Spectacle. I mean, Phyrexian Rager's like a pretty fair card. Why does this have Flash? I thought this was literally just Arrest. I never saw that it had Flash. Opponent gets in for 2. We'll take it. Don't want to block. Opponent plays a Salamander. So we're going to play a Swamp. Play our Syndicate Guild Mage. Play Glass of the Guild Pact. And attack for 3. Opponent bounces Syndicate Guild Mage. Does not get it. We get a Final Payment, which is pretty good. So we'll play an Orzhov Guildgate. Okay, opponent decides to tap our creature. We'll play the Ministrant of Obligation. Pass the turn. Opponent passes. We draw an Impassioned Orator. Hmm. Opponent scoops it up. Oh, man. Woo! That's good for us. All right. Last 3 matches, what did we get? We got a Judith Scourge Diva. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, deals 1 damage to any target. That seems good. Fireblade Artist, also good Rakdos card. Ooh, a second Guild Mage. Guild Mage is really good. A Zerta Goblin, an Azorius Knight, another Blade Juggler, Exposed to Daylight, a Guildgate, Watchful Giant, and Vampire. I think we're going to run the Guild Mage, and we might run the Blade Juggler. Guild Mage is just really strong in the grindy games where you can... And it's another bear. I don't know if we want another Blade Juggler. Might be pretty reasonable. We're kind of making it more aggro now, though. Which there's not really anything wrong with. I'm going to replace this Gateway Plaza with a Guild Gate. And I think because the curve's coming down, I'm going to drop the Locket. And we need to cut one more. We'll cut a Scavenger. We don't really want to be sacking too many of our own dudes now. Like if we curve into it, it's crazy nuts. But if we've had a couple of awkward hands with it, so it's not like super amazing. Oh. All right. Last 3 matches of the day. I would love to play first. We'll keep. Ooh, really want a white source though. Opponent plays a Growth Chamber Guardian. And we're not drawing lands. Oh, give me a land, please. Alright, well, it's a land. Pass the turn. Opponent gets in for 4. Exile the eel. Pass the turn. Come on, white mana. Opponent gets in for 2. Takes us to 12. And plays a Sauroform hybrid. I'll make him sack a guy. Sacks the ram. Gets the bear. We draw another edict. Still no white mana. Still somehow sort of in this game. If we could just go plains off the top, I would be so happy. 3 colors. Make him sack. We take 4, go to 8. They fail to find. They do not have more than 1 Growth Chamber Guardian. White mana, but it's going to be a turn too late, I think. Oh. Brutal. Opponent gets in for 4. Plays a guy that we can't answer. Draw land, but it's not white, so we scoop it up. Had to draw a second white land there to stay alive. Well, I think as long as I don't keep a hand that's that bad again, we'll be fine. I would love to play first. This is pretty reasonable. We're going to keep this. Start Guildgate. Pass the turn. Play a Swamp. Play Imperious Oligarch. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a second Gruul Guildgate. We'll play a land. Attack for 2. Play a Vizcapa Vampire. Opponent plays their third land. Passes the turn. Play a Plains. Get in for 5. Play Vizcapa Vampire. Opponent plays their fourth land and plays a Gyre Engineer. We untap, we draw a Syndicate Guild Mage. Exile the Engineer. And our opponent scoops it up. Yeah, first play turn 4 when your opponent's been roughly on curve is pretty rough. Oh, we have too much black mana, I think. I think we need to cut a swamp and add 1 plains. Wow, I can't believe I didn't recognize that till now. But oh well. Kind of slow. We'll keep it. Our opponent's deck seems kind of slow as well. Opponent starts Guildgate. We play a Plains. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Sauroform Hybrid. We play a Swamp and Glass of the Guild Pact. Opponent plays a Simic Guildgate and gets in for 2. plays another Sauriform hybrid. Play Imperious Oligarch. Pass the turn. Opponent gets in for 4. We'll block 1. Get a token. Opponent plays a Skitter Eel. Play a Swamp. Pass the turn. Offer the trade. Opponent did not adapt. Sack a creature, please. Opponent quenches. Sure. We untap. Draw Blade Juggler. What's the odds our opponent has a second quench? We'll pass. Opponent plays a mountain. No blocks. Grotesque Demise. Oh, shoot. I used the wrong one. I needed to Mortify. That was really bad. That was the whole reason I didn't do it during combat in the first place. Oh, gosh. That's bad. Oh, I'm so bad at this game. At least they can't quench that. Now we have to beat them to make them feel bad. Opponent plays a big ol' Hasty Dragon. And I think... Oh gosh. That deals damage. Need to draw hard removal. Would really like to top deck a Consume here. In fact, I think that might be our only out. Opponent gets in for 7, takes us to 2. We do not draw Consume, and we scoop it up. So we went 2-1, 2-1, and now we just have to win 2, and I think we still can get 200 play points. Yep. So if we win 2, we get enough prize to enter again. But I will probably have to go and lift before we can enter again. Okay. This seems good. We have a 2-drop and an Anthem for it. We draw a 3rd land, and we will have... That's a nice Guild Gate. There's the 3rd land. So start plains. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a 2nd Guild Gate. We untap. We draw plains. Play a swamp. Play Imperious Oligarch. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a swamp. And a Rakdos Roustabout. I think I'm actually going to Edict that. Get in for 2. Actually, Edicting there I think was the wrong choice. I hope I do better than this when I go and play this in paper. Opponent having some trouble tapping. Exiles our dude. That's kind of sad. So we play a Ministrant of Obligation. I guess if one had to get exiled, it was better the other one than this one, but opponent plays a Fireblade Adept. Yeah, we'll block that. Get 2 spirits. Beginning of your upkeep. Oh, this is like the Rakdos version of Experimental Frenzy. AKA kind of a lot worse, but still cool. Get in for 4. Spectacle and Blade Juggler. So it's like Experimental Frenzy, sort of, in that you get to cast cards off the top of your deck, only under certain circumstances, but you have access to more than just the top card of your deck at a time, provided it, like, ticks up. It's too bad they didn't word it, though, so it worked with multiple copies of itself. Like, if you played a different one later, you could cast cards exiled with the previous one. Like, put a horror counter on it or something like that. Opponent hardcasts a Blade Juggler. Plays a tap land. We untap. We draw Impassioned Orator. Well, exile the Blade Juggler. Play the Orator. Get in for 7. Opponent gets Skargan Hellkite in the exile zone. That's going to be kind of tough for them to cast. Daggercaster. 1 damage. Oh man. Thank you, Glass of the Guild Pact. We might have been screwed without that. Does he have a second one? Bedevil. Ooh, foil Bedevil. I really like the art on that card. The art on Bedevil is, like, amazing. Okay. We'll just get in with the Spirit. If we make it to our upkeep, we win. It's going to be kind of hard for our opponent to 20 us. Opponent gets in for 2. Sure, no blocks. Alright, thank you, Midnight Pearl. Hope you sleep well. Good night. Opponent plays a Skargan Hellkite. We ping him for 1. I don't even want to see what my draw is. I just want him to die. Cool. Moving on, game 2. Don't really think we have any major additions we need to make. Opponent does seem kind of threat light, so maybe we bring in a edict over something. But I can't really think of anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and say fire back. Humongulous! Oh, man. I like this deck. Tons of kill spells. Feels good. Four Gruul Lockets in the pool. I haven't even seen a lot of these cards. Alrighty. Yeah, this is fair. 2-drop, 3-drop, piece of removal, 4 lands. As long as we don't draw only lands, I think we'll be fine. Opponent mulligan to 6, that's good for us. Opponent plays a swamp. We play Guildgate. Opponent plays a Guildgate. We draw a giant. Play the Oligarch. Pass the turn. Opponent. Opponent plays a Plains. Oh, they're 3-color. Opponent casts a Sorcery Speed Bolt. We play a Vizcapa Vampire. Get in for 1. Spectacle Bolt feels really strong. It's just like a Chain Lightning that can't be bounced back, sort of. Opponent pings off the Spirit with Carnival and plays a Blade Juggler. Oh no, the Vampire, excuse me. We'll play a Plains, play an Ill-Gotten Inheritance, and get in for 1. Take our opponent to 17. They untap. Play a swamp. Play a Burning Tree Vandal with haste off of the Riot trigger. They pitch a land to Burning Tree Vandal. And play a Hackrobat. We'll ping him for 1 off of Ill-Gotten Inheritance. We draw a Final Payment. We'll play Impassioned Orator. We'll hold back the Spirit. Pass the turn. Opponent attacks. Well, block and no block. We take 2. Opponent plays a 5-mana 6/5. Well, let's exile the Hackerbat with Grotesque Demise. Untap, ping him for 1, draw a swamp, play a swamp. I think we'll just sack the spirit and kill the Recluse now. Pass the turn. Opponent attacks for 2. Discards a mountain. We take 2. Plays a Spear Spewer. We pick him for 1, we draw a card. We draw a plane, so we play our Knight of the Last Breath. Pass the turn. Opponent's having a tough time. They're in the tank. They pass. We pick them for 1. We draw a swamp. I think we attack. Opponent casts Get the Point, destroy target creatures, and scries 1. Well, Knight of the Last Breath, Afterlife trigger. We get 3 spirits. Opponent scries 1 card to the bottom. We'll hold the land. Opponent did not tap Spear Spewer. Spear Spewer. Spear Spewer. Opponent attacks with Burning Tree Vandal. Discards a Rakdos Trumpeter. Will block. Trade the 2/1 for a 1/1. Opponent pings each player. Plays a Rafter Demon. Makes us discard. We pitch a land. We untap, ping him for 1. Draw an Impassioned Orator. Attack for 2 in the air. This, from its art from a distance, looks like it has wings, but it definitely does not have wings. Play the Orator, pass the turn. Opponent casts Clear the Stage to kill the Orator and return Rubblebelt Recluse to their hand. We take 4, go to 10, ping him for 1, draw Lumbering Battlement, attack for 2, take them to 6, play a Lumbering Battlement, pass the turn. The opponent has to answer both of our spirits, or they lose to our enchantment next turn. Opponent casts Ethereal Absolution. Attacks for 5. We'll trade. Ping him for 1. Draw an Oligarch. Almost played it into the thing that would just kill it. If we make it to our upkeep, we win the game. This card's done so much work, and it's a common. And opponent scoops it up. Alright, last match of the night. After this, I will be going to weightlift, so... Unfortunately, this is not a keepable hand. Neither is this. Neither is this. Okay. Cards that do something. We'll keep. Hopefully our opponent is playing a really, really slow deck. Having to mulligan to 3 is no bueno. It's a Simic deck. We'll start Orzhov, Guildgate. Opponent plays a Forest. Plays a Saurofarm Hybrid. Play Swamp, pass the turn. Opponent attacks for 2. We draw a 4-mana 3/3, which is actually pretty good to cast on curve after mulliganing to 3. We draw Mortify, also good. So play an Undercity Scavenger. Opponent has a counterspell creature, because of course they do. Opponent attacks for 5. We draw another Guildgate. Pass the turn. Opponent attacks. We mortify the Lizard Wizard. Oh my gosh! Opponent bounces the counterspell creature, puts a 1/1 counter on the Saurofarm Hybrid. Oh, that is something. We draw a Final Payment. Cast Consume. Try and gain a little life back. Fortunately, we didn't eat anything huge. But we did get something. Opponent plays a land. Holds up the Lizard Wizard. I don't know if our opponent realizes this, but if they're as long as they're doing nothing, it benefits us. Like, there's absolutely no reason that they shouldn't be playing stuff right now. They're just giving us a longer opportunity to draw things out to actually cast things and win. I wish I was drawing stuff that I could punish this line of play with, but I mulliganed to 3 this game. Finally, opponent discovers what they were doing wrong. Well, we have to try. Oh gosh. Oh. Oh no. We need an answer to that, and now. Yeah, like now. Well, I mean, it's an answer. Not a great one. I'm thinking this game's over and has been for a while, but yeah, that's a hasty thing. Ouch. All right. Well, it seems like instant speed removal is going to be really, really good, and they have bigger things than 3 power. I mean, so I'm going to get rid of that. I also think Knight of the Last Breath isn't going to do enough here, so I'm going to cut the 7-drop. We'll run a lower curve. I would love to play first. Okay. I'm willing to keep this. Payment to the bottom. Start Guildgate, pass the turn. Please let me draw a creature. Please let me draw a 2-mana creature. We untap and draw a 2-mana creature, play Syndicate Guildmage. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a second island. We untap. Play a swamp. Attack for 2. Opponent plays a forest. Casts a Gateway Sneak. Make him sack it. Ooh, Oligarch. Well, Sentinels Mage Mark the Guild Mage. Play an Oligarch. Guild Mage with Vigilance seems kind of good. Opponent plays a Senate Griffin. We untap, we draw a Final Payment. Play a Plains. Attack with both creatures. Opponent does not block. Opponent attacks for 3. We go to 20. I think that was incorrect. I think our opponent should have blocked. An opponent plays a Mammoth Spider. We'll deal 5 damage to our opponent. Untap. Draw Lumbering Battlement. Kill the spider, pay 5 life. Get in for 5, take our opponent to 3. And now, if they play anything big, we can tap it. If they play anything small, we attack past it. That seems pretty good to me. Opponent plays a Growth Chamber Guardian. Attacks for 3. We'll take it. Go to 12. We draw an Undercity Embrace. All right. Pass the turn. Opponent adapts Growth Chamber Guardian. Chooses not to use its ability. Plays a tap land. Attacks for 3, no blocks. All right. Ping him for 2. Opponent bounces it, puts a 1/1 counter on Growth Chamber Guardian. Opponent takes 2, goes to 1. We draw planes. Make our opponent sack. Replay the Guild Mage. Opponent counters it, puts a 1/1 counter on Growth Chamber Guardian. All right, we pass. Opponent plays a land. Deciding whether or not they should attack, decides against it. We draw planes. Play the planes to play around Quench. Play Lumbering Battlement. Opponent has the Frilled Mystic. Well, they have no cards in hand, so they would have to draw an answer to the Spirit. No blocks. You have a combat trick or an answer? Land. Gotcha! And we get there. Sweet. All right. All right. Okay. Moving on. Can't keep that many lands. This is more reasonable. Put Consecrate Consume on top. Opponent starts Simic Guildgate. We untap. We start Orzhov Guildgate. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an island and plays a Sorrowform Hybrid. We untap, we draw a swamp, we play a swamp, and we play Imperious Oligarch. Pass the turn. Opponent does not attack into Imperious Oligarch. We untap, we draw Lumbering Battlement. Play a Plains. Attack for 2 with Vigilance. Opponent does not block. We pass. Opponent plays a Forest. Frilled Mystic mana up. We untap, we draw a Vizcapa Vampire. Attack with Imperious Oligarch. Not going to play anything. Opponent is threatening the Frilled Mystic. Opponent plays another Forest. We play a Swamp. Attack for 2. Play a Vizcapa Vampire. Opponent Essence captures. Alright, not anywhere near as bad as a Frilled Mystic would be right there. Because now our opponent cannot adapt their Sauroform hybrid. Yeah, sure, no blocks. Take 3, go to 17. Opponent plays a Frenzied Erynx with a 1/1 counter. We untap. We draw a Swamp. We'll play the Swamp, play Consume. Playing around Quench, gain 4 life, gain it, attack with Imperious Oligarch, take our opponent to 12. Opponent plays a Forest, gets in for 3, we will not block. Take 3, go to 18. Opponent plays a Rubble Belt Runner, can't be blocked by creature tokens, 3 mana 3/3. I'll play a Swamp. Play a Spirit of the Spires. And play a Syndicate Guildmage. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an island. Taps for 5 to play a Mammoth Spider. Last card in hand is a Growth Chamber Guardian. We untap. Play a Plains. Play a Lumbering Battlement. Exile all of our creatures. Make it 10/11 with Vigilance. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a second Rubble Belt Runner. We untap, we draw land. Well, lumber in for 10. Opponent would have to block with basically their entire board. And they would lose at least 3 creatures. Kill all the 3/3s. Opponent adapts. We get our guys back. Pass the turn. Man, that card is really strong. I saw it and I thought it was pretty weak, but it's been doing some pretty crazy work for us. No blocks. Play another Imperious Oligarch. Pass the turn. Opponent gets in with the Crab. Block with the Oligarch. We get a token. Ping them for 2 at their end step. with the Guild Mage. Take him to 10. Untap. We draw a final payment. If we pay 5, go to 9, kill this, we can attack for 7? Well, that seems like a pretty good deal, but we'll wait one more turn. No reason to do it now. Opponent plays a land. Gets in with the Growth Chamber Guardian. We will block with a Spirit. And final payment the Mammoth Spider, sacking the Spirit. Okay. Got rid of the Mammoth Spider. Ping our opponent for 2. Untap. We draw planes. Get in for 4. Opponent slime binds our Spirit of the Spires. We deal 2. Pass the turn. We'll tap the Growth Chamber Guardian. Using the Syndicate Guild Mage's other ability. Opponent thrashes to kill Syndicate Guild Mage. Tap ability still goes off. We untap, we draw a Blade Juggler. Oh, we should have attacked first. There's no reason for me to have not spectacled that. Alright. Get in for 2. Take our opponent to 4. Play a Plains. Play Ill-Gotten Inheritance. And if we make it to our turn, our opponent loses. Opponent plays a Rubble Slinger and scoops up the match. We get 230 play points for going 6 and 3. That was a good time. Pretty good experience. I really like the Orzhov mechanics. I think Orzhov's got access to some pretty sweet kill spells and at lower rarities, so you can get tons of them like I did. I think with some better plays, we probably could have gone 7-2, maybe even 8-1. I kept a couple of really shoddy hands, and that definitely lost me at least one match. So, something to be aware of in the future. When I'm playing sober, even when you're playing an aggro deck, don't keep a one-lander ever. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you stuck around this long and you haven't yet, please follow the channel. That would mean a ton to me if you did. I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, though we will not be doing a stream this Sunday. I think we might have to push it off to Monday on Martin Luther King Day here in America. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Sleep well. Have some fun pre-releases tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday. And I will talk to you later.